what are the fashion trends this season? You got a lot of young people here, all of whom wanting to be fashionable. What are the kind of things they should be looking out for?
So one thing which has become big, two things actually. One is sustainable fashion. So people are now looking more and more for clothes that are actually made such that it doesn't damage the environment. One of the things we have done is, in a brand of ours called Roadster, we have reduced water usage by 70% in how denim actually does, and it's actually more expensive. But people are willing to pay a 10-20% premium to buy that. So sustainable fashion is one big thing. The second is actually athleisure. So people are using sports clothes with a fashion flair, and they're using it all the time. So one of our brands with Bollywood star Hrithik Roshan is actually in this space and is growing at 200% year on year. Right? So athleisure is another thing that I think people really like because sports, comfort, and fashion are all coming together.
That's something you've done quite smartly, where you've got Bollywood stars involved as entrepreneurs, and they're partnering with you. But is the partnership for real? Do they actually help design the clothes, or is just their face on the ad?
No, we have two big Bollywood brands. One is called All About You with Deepika Padukone, and another one is HRX with Hrithik Roshan. Both of them actually have equity in the brand. They are invested in this for the long term. So they actually get involved in the design process. They actually get involved in saying, is this representative of me? So it's actually quite nice. So in fact, unlike a typical endorsement deal, here you have to actually hold them back because they actually are wearing the brand all the time. They're talking about the brand all the time because it's their brand, right?
And you get them for free.
And we get them for not quite free, but you know, for a good deal.
But that's what startups do differently from established brands. They're thinking differently, innovating constantly, and therefore able to strike a deal which sounds simple enough and fairly obvious, but wasn't done before this.
Yeah. So my sense is, I think as a startup, when you see an opportunity, you just don't stop till you get at it. I think that's probably the single biggest difference between a regular organization and a startup, right?
So I asked when we were starting out, how many people wanted to be entrepreneurs? Can I ask that same question? How many people here want to, when either now or a couple of years later, be their own boss, not work for anybody, but do their own thing? You know, that's a lot
That's
of
quite
hands.
a lot of people, yeah.
When I may have been of this age and we'd asked people the same question, very few hands would have gone up. So that's really a completely new India that's in the making.
Yeah.
What tips do you have for them? What does it take to make a startup tick?
I think the first is optimism. So you have to be, as you start something, you know, things are always difficult. You're creating something brand new. So the first thing you need is lots and lots of optimism to make sure that any time, whether it's difficult times, easy times, you're the sort of torchbearer for the entire company, right? So optimism is really important. The second, what I heard from a friend of mine is called actually luck, and you need a lot of it. But the twist in luck is the more number of times you try, the luckier you get. So you need perseverance. So you could knock on a door 99 times, and if you stop at the 99th time, you're unlucky. But if you try the 100th time, then you do get lucky, right? So the second big tip that I have for people is it's a lot about hard work and perseverance and making sure that you actually really go after it, right? And never stop. The third actually big one for me is enjoying the process. A lot of startups fail, some make it big, but you have to enjoy the process and you have to do it with people that you really like, right? So those are the big three for me.
Why is it